It's 5:30 in the morning.
Early call today, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And 5 on Your Side is going back to school.
Thank you.
Long before the first bell rings, letting loose the influx of these feet, our 5 on Your Side foot soldiers are racing the clock because
you have to do sampling 6 hours before the fountains are used or 6 hours after.
we're looking for lead in drinking water.
We'll do this one first, and then we'll do that one.
Taking sample after sample from fountains, sinks, anywhere the students can get it. Why? Because after Flint, after the St. Louis School District, where water testing showed high levels of lead, 5 on Your Side thought about the obvious. Schools today aren't exactly overflowing with money. So we reached out to schools in Missouri and Illinois and offered to test their water for lead for free. But first, we partnered up.
I would have a problem of my child going to any school that had not tested their water for lead.
With Jeff Faust, part owner of an EPA-certified drinking water company, Environmental Consultants, in Collinsville. It was his firm that handled the water testing at the St. Louis School District, and since then,
We've probably done 4,000 to 5,000 water samples this summer alone.
they've been crazy busy, and yet Faust and his firm not only joined us, but donated their services for nothing.
Protecting the kids is certainly mission critical.
So we're off, visiting schools in DeSoto, Franklin County, and across the river in East Alton, collecting, documenting,
Label it and seal it up.
and packing up water. In all, we visited 5 schools in our area, taking
Approximately 100 samples from those locations.
to send here. Tech Lab has been operating around the clock lately.
In a typical month, we may run 20 to 100 drinking water lead specific samples. In the month of September, we got 4,200 of them alone.
But nevertheless, the Metro East Lab also donated its services for free because they know the impact of lead can be devastating.
We're talking about something pretty dangerous.
Julie Weber runs the Missouri Poison Center. She says when it comes to lead exposure, young children have the most to lose.
Causing a lowered IQ or a risk for hyperactivity or attention deficit disorder.
Which is why the EPA has a health recommendation of 0 lead exposure for anyone of any age, but out of practical concerns allows 15 to 20 parts per billion. Back at the lab, the results are in, and
You had one school in particular that has some pretty big problems.
East Alton Middle School, we did find the presence of lead at significant levels.
alarming news to parents.
Lead's dangerous to kids.
That's tragic. You know, you don't want the kids to get sick or anything.
The worst reading? The middle school cafeteria kitchen, where not only is the water used to prepare the food, but also to wash dishes, like this tray here. One faucet even registering nearly 19 parts per billion. Remember, the limit is 20. And this cafeteria not only serves food to the middle school kids, but also students from the nearby elementary school, which means about 800 students are exposed to this water. Too much lead for your kids? Too dangerous for your kids?
Absolutely. It's the position of the school district that any lead in the water at all is unacceptable.
The district took immediate action, shutting off the water in the cafeteria kitchen and using bottled water until they can replace several faucets.
6 total, 4 in the cafeteria. And they're also using disposable trays and silverware. When the parents were notified, they welcomed the testing.
It's great. We don't want our kids sick.
You guys are looking out for the health of our children.
And there's this from the district superintendent.
The entire state is in a financial crunch. So we would not have had the water tested if it had not been for the offer from Channel 5.
If you want to see the full testing results for the East Alton School District, go to our website, KSDK.com, and look for this story. And what about the other schools we tested? We'll have those results Friday night at 10. The lead levels were not as high as what we just showed you, but still, some schools may need to take some action. Mike Rush, News Channel 5, on your side.